I flew across the world, accidentally ate intestines, and got the worst food poisoning of my life, and I'd still do it all over again. The trip started in Beijing, and this place felt different right away. The buildings went up, not out.
Day one in Beijing, we're about to get some coffee, taking our first walks around the city.
The toilets were just holes in the ground with a hose. The streets were packed with cars and people, but still somehow remained quiet. And the people, so respectful and kind that it kind of threw us off at first. We even made a few friends along the way. I was with 3 other videographers, which meant non-stop filming. Tanner, Joel, and Max. We were passing lenses around so everybody got a different perspective. Some of us on photo duty, others on the video. The best part, I got to really practice my own stuff. Next day, we made it to the Great Wall. We took the tourist route up with buses and lifts, but we didn't have any shame because it was a long way up and it didn't make it any less beautiful. We walked maybe a mile and still felt like we saw a piece of something ancient and epic. Plus, we got to take a slide down chaotically afterwards. If you get a chance, you should definitely do it. It was so fun, especially if you're in front of me. Next came Shanghai. It was a whole different beast. The city felt like it never sleeps. There were just so many people, so many malls, and so many cigarettes. The place was fashionable. Everyone had some designer piece of gear on and put us to shame. We felt like we needed to fit in, so we hit the counterfeit shop and met a guy named Tank who helped us out.
All right, so we just found like a fake market, so we're about to go in and haggle and get the lowest prices. The goal is to end up with 4 Gucci real tracksuits. Let's go.
And my goal is to get some cream-colored Nike Dunks and potentially a watch. Oh, we'll see. Cartier.
I was a little sketched out at first with all the counterfeit items because of, maybe going to jail and all, but turns out it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was, and we ended up getting some great gear.
We basically got some pretty good deals. Most of us got some good deals.
The food in China was just not that good. I know it sounds crazy, but we struggled eating about 50% of our meals, and it just felt kind of bland. That may be an unpopular opinion, but that was our experience. But eventually we figured out dumplings and started ordering those nonstop for most of the trip thereafter. That saved us in the end. The only downside? Every meal ended in some kind of euphoric food coma. Pretty sure it was the MSG, but we have yet to figure that one out. But one night in Shanghai, we made it up to a rooftop, got an epic meal, and took some of the best shots of the whole trip. 10 out of 10 night right there. Then things got chaotic. We woke up late, barely made it to a bullet train. We made it with just seconds to spare. Finally got on, and it was like summer camp with chain-smoking bunkmates. We were locked in like a couple of sardines. Eventually, we made it to Town, this ancient little city that looks straight out of a movie. Lanterns, quiet river, tiny shops. My favorite spot of the whole trip. And the people were insanely sweet. And the tea, whatever was in that tea healed us. It was an MSG hangover killer. It felt stronger than coffee, but without all the jitteriness. The woman who made it also did our laundry, gave us directions, and basically saved our lives by helping us find a way out because we had no idea there was no real buses leaving the town. Then came Zhangjiajie, the Avatar Mountains. city didn't look like much at first, but the second we got on the trail to the Avatar Mountains, it was next level. These massive, misty cliffs everywhere. Kind of beautiful, kind of terrifying. We were there early enough to see a torch lighting ceremony, and it was incredible. Everywhere we looked there was mist and clouds, and since it was early morning, there wasn't many people around. Then we got to walk on a glass bridge, which was terrifying. Then we celebrated with Burger King at the top like true Americans. No shame. To get down, we took a trail marked closed because, of course we did.
We are officially lost. We haven't seen anyone in like an hour. You know, times are getting tough, but we're sticking together.
We don't know where we're at.
Thought it'd be a shortcut, and it was not. Took us 4 hours and way too much mental trauma, but we survived. The final stop, Chongqing. 30 million people, non-stop lights in the most cyberpunk city I've ever been in. Skyscrapers, weird architecture, markets, hot pot on every corner, just pure energy. We wanted one last epic sunset and a solid dinner, and we got both. I had the pleasure of cooking the meal for everybody, and I'm pretty sure it was undercooked, but it was delicious. And then, food poisoning. Brutal. Just 12 hours of pure pain, puking, shitting, Max checking on me every hour like, bro, are you alive? Yeah, it was rough. And even after that, I'd 100% still do it all again. This is a trip I will forever remember, one that goes down in the books and will inspire me to take more crazy trips where I can spend quality time with friends, document the beauty, and change my perspective on the world. Honestly, I only took this trip because I got invited and I knew I would never go alone to China. But now I can't wait for the next adventure that will broaden my horizons.